Alright. Oh god, I should really... I'm gonna get water before I do this. What's up, y'all? It's Mikey. I'm doing something different. I'm doing a little review. I've never really done that, but this game kinda inspired me to do that. I'm gonna be doing a little review on Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And this is just quick. There's no spoilers, there's no, it's not very in-depth. If I want to, I don't know, maybe I'll do like more. Maybe I'll do a big review or something. I don't know, but like a little review. I just want to give my thoughts on just the new games, or just a game, just whatever I want to talk about, and a little more formally, really brief. Just get my thoughts out. What's the harm in that? I don't know if I've ever publicly said it on the channel, but Kirby is definitely my favorite video game series. Been playing it since I was just a little stupid child. I don't know why, just something about the Kirby series just clicked with me. And just every one of the games, even like the lesser ones, I still get enjoyment out of. And they're very simple, I guess. Maybe not simple, it's kind of it's a harsh word, but they're very, they're straight to the point, and it's just the definition of, I'm gonna sit down and play a fun game. And they're relaxing, they're easy, but I'm also really bad at games, so it's nice to not want to die while playing a game every now and then. So this is the first 3D one, and you probably, if you had never played a Kirby game, you probably wouldn't be able to tell that, because it just is one of the smoothest, like, 2D to 3D transitions I've seen. Like, people act like this is the first 3D one. It is. It's the first full-length one, but they've messed with 3D in the past. There was even, like, a tech demo way back when, before it was returned to Dreamland. It was, at one point, gonna be a 3D game. And they scrapped that. So they've definitely, this has been on their radar for a while. And like they did Kirby Blowout Blast, like the menu and Star Allies was 3D, even the final boss was 3D. It's kind of like how this new Pokemon stuff that they're doing is like, you can tell they've been building towards that. Like we go linear, and then Sword and Shield, it was still linear, but you had the wild areas. And then the DLC was just a big wild area. And then, Legends Arceus, now it's a big open world, but it's sort of split into like little sections of the open world, and now Scarlet and Violet are like, it's just one massive world. You can tell Kirby has been doing that building up thing, but like over the course of 30 years. But here we are, we're at a first fully 3D Kirby game, and last game, Star Allies, was fine. I have fun with it, but it is definitely, like, out of the modern games, weak. It's the weakest one. I don't think anyone's gonna disagree with me on that, but I have faith in the Kirby, Jesus Christ. I have faith in the Kirby devs and how. And Forgotten Land just, like, when they announced it, I was like, okay, I'm excited, but I'm worried about, like, the growing pains, Like, every series has that when they make the transition to 3D. I was worried about that. I was really excited, but I was, let's see. I was worried maybe it would get, like, simplified. Maybe it wouldn't be, like, a full package. Because, like, 2D games generally, not generally, but a lot of times you can put a lot more in a 2D game. That's why previous games just have so much in there. 3D takes a lot more development time. And you can see that because this game took a lot more time between other Kirby games. But this game is... This game just, I Forgotten Land, I fell in love with this. I'm very happy with how this came out. It doesn't feel like anything was sacrificed. If anything, it's like an evolution, like, further. I mean, obviously it's an evolution of the series, but, like, truly, like, this, they nailed it. They nailed it. It's not like... It's longer than Star Allies, which is funny. I beat Star Allies in, like, a weekend. No, not even a day. I beat Star Allies in a day. And, like, this game took me longer, It's longer than... So, if, there you go. It's longer than, like, the last 2D one. Levels are nice and chunky. They all got some little, like, secrets and stuff. You can just, like, breeze through the level. but you'd be doing the game a disservice. It's a lot better to just like explore, find every little secret, and you're rewarded for it. You're rewarded for exploring. You save the Waddle Dees, and then you can build more in the town, and then that gives you stuff, and everything is so fun. Like, fishing is fun. You can sleep. The little diner minigame is really fun. It's just, and, like, it's great. It's just great. I'm gonna try to contain this. I'm really not good at organizing my thoughts, but God, it's so good. Of the modern Kirby's, like, I can't tell. This might be my... No, I can't tell, because, like, Return to Dreamland is very important to me. Like, I love that game. And, Triple Deluxe, good, but then Robobot, like, just blew it out of the water. And I think Return to Dreamland and Robobot are just, like, amazing. Like, those are great games. This is on that tier. Forgotten Land is in that little trilogy of, like, the big boys. And just so much, just constantly, it's like, it's delightful to control. Like, the combat, I was a little worried about the combat a little bit. But no, it feels super nice to just go like, wow, just to go nuts. Just to kill. It's great. The copy ability. My only complaint is kind of a nitpick is that there aren't that many copy abilities. The evolutions definitely make fun of it. Like, the evolutions are like something I always wanted in Kirby, and it's so good. You explore the level and you find the little blueprint, and then you gotta use your money so you have something you're saving up for with the money. And it's not like you're like always like, oh, I can always afford it. No, I actually have had to like go and do the job and like do fishing and go through levels to get more money to get the evolutions. And then when you get them, they're worth it because they're just fun. And it's not like it makes you overpowered. It just unlocks more things to do. And some people were complaining that the copy abilities are like more simplified. But like, it makes sense, you know, there's a lot less you can do in an open space with the copy abilities because a lot of them depended on like the directional input. I don't know, I don't want to go into like 3D, 2D game development, but it made sense for them to be a little bit simplified, but just the extra space that you're given just completely like, it makes getting each one feel like you're using it for the first time, like in a good way. And I don't know, it's just like the evolution, that might be my favorite part, or the evolutions, they're just so fun. The music, oh my god, they put the whole Kirbussy in the music, man. It's like, I was never crazy about, like, the Star Ally sound font that they used. I don't know if I'm using that word right, but this sounds so good in comparison. Like, it's just, every track is just, it's a banger. There's like amazing songs here, like the DDD boss fight, the Midnight fight, all the battle music is great. The level music, sometimes it's like, oh, it just adds so much to it. And visually, the game, like, you can tell it's a Switch game, so it's a little bit limited by what it can do. Switch games are generally, you know, they get screwed over in the graphics. Yeah, I'm one of those guys. I think the Switch needs a little more power. But, so there's, like, in the distance, if you're not, like, directly next to something, it can be a little, like, a lower frame rate. And it is pretty noticeable. But, the environments are just, they're gorgeous. They're super detailed, and they feel so lived in, which is perfect for, like, the environment, because you're basically walking around like a post-apocalyptic Earth. I think I pronounced that wrong. There it goes. Post-pop. Never mind. It's just everything. It's just so rich, and you're going around the desert, and it's like so like heavy. It's such a heavy atmosphere. It's just, and like, it's just so good. Like, I remember Star Allies, yeah, the frame rate was beans, but like the backgrounds were super nice looking, and this basically feels like you're exploring that. Kirby backgrounds have always been really nice looking. Basically, you're exploring the background. It's perfectly translated. It's just beautiful, and the music makes everything feel that much more epic. I don't want to use that word, but that is it. It's epic. It's an epic win. I'm struggling to think about anything I just straight up don't like about it. It's easy, and yeah, there is a difficulty slider. I'm playing it on the quote-unquote hard mode, but like, it's still pretty easy. But Kirby games are easy. I don't know. I've had, like, you know, I've died. It's not like I've just gone through the game without dying. I've died. You know, one of the boss fights actually was a little tricky. But It's easy though. It's an easy game, but Kirby games are easy. It's fine. They're chill. They're not focused on making you want to poop yourself. They're focused on just sit down, have fun, and that's what it does. It's just joyous. This game is joyous. Oh, and the mouthful mode is just like, it reminds me of like Mario Galaxy, where like those levels, or maybe even like 3D World, where those levels just like cram so many like creative ideas, and like, you know, you're going through the car and it's just, they don't like overuse it. It always pops up, and whenever I see it, I'm like, ooh! And I'm never like, oh, this again. Like, I remember the Hypernova from Triple Deluxe felt like that, where it's just like, oh, here we go. Time to use this thing. And then you compare that to like the Robobot armor in Planet Robobot, where I looked forward to that every time it popped up, because it was just so fun to control. That's my favorite Kirby gimmick. This, they nailed like the gimmick, where it's not like, oh, here we go. They nailed it where it pops up in the middle of the level, and the game is designed around it, and it's so fun. It's just so fun to like control that. Like I remember there was like a roller coaster mouthful mode thing. It's like, it felt so cool. It felt like I was literally on a roller coaster. I don't know how they nailed it, but they did. Like, gliding is so fun. My favorite's the vending machine, because I think it's funny. The car is fun to control. It's just great. Just the mouthful mode is so fun, and I wasn't expecting it to be that, like, you know, that fun. Like, I knew it was gonna be fun, but I wasn't expecting it to be like that, like, well implemented. It's just a nice variety, and it's not like overused or underused. It's like an Odyssey, where you kept moving on from like, what were they called again? Captures. And, you know, you would use it in the level, and then it would be like, whoa, and then you don't get sick of it because it moves right on to the next idea. And some people, it's just great. I was going to say something, but then I changed my mind because I realized it doesn't really apply to that, but yeah, no, I can't think of anything I don't like about this. I'm a big Kirby sucker, you know, I love my Kirby. So I was definitely going to like this, but I was like, you know, I hope it's, you know, because like generally what we've been seeing is like, we get the first Kirby on a new platform and it's a bit safe and it's not very daring, and then they come back hard, they go hard with the next one, and they did. They did. This is like the Robobot to the Triple Deluxe. It's the Forgotten Land to the Star Allies, and it's just, it's great. I don't want to like, I don't know, this is like the first review I've ever done. I don't really want to do like a score, like a number score. I feel like that kind of takes away from reviews. I think the words should mean more than like the final review. But I'll just say this game is just great. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Beautiful out of 10. That's my review. I don't know. I feel like this is a lot of people's like first Kirby game. I know a lot of people who have not been interested in Kirby are like, oh, I'll give it a whirl. You know, or maybe they haven't played Kirby like since they were little, and then they're like, oh, there's a 3D Kirby. That's the power of like 3D games. It's like they making a 3D one. Damn, no way. And then you buy it because it sounds new and shiny. If it's another Kirby, a lot of people wouldn't want to try it, but since it's so different, a lot of people are gonna try it. So I'm just gonna say, if you have never played Kirby, give it a whirl, and then maybe like if you like it, go check out the ones you missed, because they got some jams. They got some jams in there. But yeah, no, it is easy, but Kirby's easy. I don't know why people are complaining. People who complain about the game being too easy are just like, dude, calm down. Just play a game. Just relax. It's fun. It's fun. That's what games are supposed to be. They're fun. God. Yeah, no, this is definitely my favorite game I've played all year, and it's great. Worth the wait. Worth the hype. Go play Kirby in the Forgotten Land. I give it a big hug out of 10. A beautiful hug out of 10. Alright. That's it. Okay. That's all I had to say. Goodbye. Have a nice day. Play Kirby. Live Moss.